This person I'm fighting right now is a full-blown YouTuber. Like probably one of the greatest Kazuyas in the world. I don't know how I pull off this win, but just look for yourself. This is what happens at higher ranks. You fight guys like this, and if you don't know your left from your right, your up from your downs, you're gonna get killed. That's just how it is. Yo my people, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. Before we get into it, if you please don't mind like, comment, subscribing down below. It really helps out the channel, and let's just get right into it. There have been quite a few updates to Tekken 8. The most notably in this case is the drop of the first DLC character, Eddie Gordo. We are still very early in the lifespan of Tekken. Eddie being dropped this soon, in my opinion, was bound to cause some friction in the community. I say this because usually when you make whole roster balance patches and you also drop a new character, the community quickly discovers the DLC character is still technically in what would be vanilla state, whilst the rest of the cast has been adjusted accordingly to create a quote-unquote balance, making the DLC character OP. And as you can see, Eddie has some disgusting strings. He takes a big advantage from the new mechanics in Tekken, and this is obviously because they probably had more time to work on him. Do you know what I mean? Him being a legacy character, they're obviously going to take greater care of him. They're going to allow him to get the full benefit of the new Tekken system and the new Tekken meta for that case, and it's going to make him essentially quite OP, as you're seeing online recently. But the one thing I wasn't expecting though was the inclusion of the battle pass system. Now this is a huge point of contention for me, because first it was a Tekken shop. I was alright with that, something I can get on board with, because it introduced an excellent opportunity to explore nostalgia and maybe get some things we missed from the previous games back, while still trying to explore and improve the current Tekken landscape. How I internalized and justified it was, with every iteration of the game, you want to seek to make changes, innovate and improve to further attract new fans and broaden horizons. But this doesn't give very many opportunities to appreciate the past and where the game has come from. This is where, in my opinion, the Tekken shop came in clutch, because it allowed older players the option to relive the version of the game they originally fell in love with through nostalgic costumes, which are quite expensive to make, as it's been made clear now it's not as simple as porting from previous games. So I was fine with them looking for a financial incentive from that angle. Now this is where the huge bait and switch came in. Now it would be foolish of me to believe that the inclusion of these things like Battle Pass and Tekken Shop were planned in response to the phenomenal reception this game received worldwide at launch. So I'm forced to come to the conclusion that there are things they were intentionally holding back from the community in response to Bandai Namco's competitors receiving backlash in their own promotional runs when it came to including in-game purchases. This has left a very sour taste in my mouth. I cannot lie, man, them. This has left a very sour taste in my mouth. As someone who dunked on MK1 at every opportunity, sharing them for their dodgy in-game purchase practices, it feels like MK1 essentially set up Tekken 8 for the alley-oop, just for them to dunk on me instead, especially when I was the one championing Tekken's impeccable promotional rollout, when arguably what Tekken has done is worse. I can't lie to you, Tekken has lied by omission to lead us into a false sense of vanilla gaming. Now this is a very direct and maybe even harsh statement to make, so let me reiterate that I still love this game. The grind is hard but very rewarding, as in my opinion the competition has evolved exponentially, but as with most games, user-based interactions are required for the fine-tuning, especially when it comes to fighting games. So I can never really be bothered by a state of a fighting game at launch. I'm more so of a let's see what happens down the line type of guy, but in this case I'm definitely salty. Just the visual stimulus of the battle pass is going to piss me off. I don't want half my game looking like Apex Legends and the other half looking how it should, an actual Tekken game. It's unfortunate to see that Tekken has fallen victim to the modern day oh nothing and you'll like it mentality. These additions in a sense kind of make the Ultimate Edition and the Deluxe Edition redundant, as they still expected to fork out significant amounts of money over a long period of time in order to still not feel like they're missing out, even though the version of the game that they brought is supposed to make you feel like you're the one missing out. Imagine you miss a goated item in the battle pass and then they upscale the price in the shop. Can't possibly in good faith support these practices, and to further force us into acclimating to these practices, they've attacked the modding community. So now we have to wait and buy to avoid missing out. Creativity is now a one-way street, and we have to just take what we're given and like it, unfortunately. Now I want to know what this goes towards. Tekken World Tour pots, other tournament pots, because the money they'll be making from this, they're going to make money from this. Let's be honest now. The casuals will buy this stuff because it's something to work towards other than just a high rank in the Tekken online community, which has already been, in my opinion, it's already been mobbed by the pros. Like once you get past a certain level, as you can see in this game right now, this person I'm fighting right now is a full-blown YouTuber, like probably one of the greatest Kazuyas in the world. I don't know how I pull off this win, but just look for yourself. This is what happens at higher ranks. You fight guys like this, and if you don't know your left from your right, your up from your downs, you're gonna get killed. That's just how it is. I don't know, man. This stuff just puts a sour taste in my mouth. I wouldn't say I feel tricked, because it's still up for debate if we generally got what we paid for, especially for someone like me who bought the bare bones edition. But there's always the question of what did they remove from the base game and kept behind the paywall. Was it the best stuff? Was it the highly sought after stuff? Or was it just a random collection of unusable assets due to time constraints? These are the questions we're going to be asking ourselves for a long time, or at least until the new era of Tekken has settled down properly. And for those playing now, have decided whether they want to take this game seriously or not. I mean, those are just my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and until next time guys, peace.